Are you looking for some great controller options for your retro PlayStation 1 gaming console? Then this is the video that you've been waiting for. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. We've covered in different videos the retro PlayStation 1 game console. We've showed you how to hook up an HDMI connection to it. We've shown you a couple controller options, but we've never really dug deep into what your true controller options are, and we're gonna go over that today. Now, to start off with, a really great controller option is the original PlayStation 1 controller. This is the original design. They did add the analog sticks soon after the release of the original controller, and it feels good in your hand, and they actually carried this design all the way through to the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 4 saw a minor controller adjustment, and then the PlayStation 5 just went way out there, threw everything they remembered about controllers out the window, and they made it more like an Xbox controller. But that is a rant for a different day. Today, I want to talk about how great this controller is, which you already know. So the video can end right now, and we can get on with our life. But turns out there's actually a little problem with this controller, and that is this right here. Now, it's about 6.5 feet long, but it is a corded controller. And when you're playing on the PlayStation 1, corded controllers were really the only thing available. There were aftermarket, like Wavebird made some PlayStation 1 wireless controllers, but those are hard to come by these days, and you're stuck with the controller that you probably got with it, or you're stuck looking on Amazon for something like this. Now, this is an Amazon controller. It comes in a pack of 2, it's wireless, and for the most part, it works pretty good. Before we get too far into this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below. If you've seen some of our content already and have not subscribed, we want you to join our community. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get back to the video. But I do want to talk about the highs and the lows of this controller, and then I want to show you kind of a little bit better option if you've got a little bit more money. So first thing we need to do though is agree that a corded controller is not right for you. If you happen to have your console close enough that you can plug the cord in and reach it across the floor to your couch and game, this is the option you're looking for, especially if you still have an intact controller. The thing that makes me the most frustrated is only about 5 years ago, I had a bin that was full of these controllers. I had about 8 of them, and I thought, nah, I'm never gonna need those. And I threw them all in the garbage. And now here I am frantically trying to find original PlayStation 1 and 2 controllers, and they are a small fortune. I had all the colors, I had the transparent, I had all the PS1 series, I had them all, and I threw them all out. But I can't go back in time and get those, so I gotta do what I gotta do. So we've agreed that we need wireless controllers. Back to this guy. This is available on Amazon for like 20 bucks for a 2-pack. It's wireless, it uses rechargeable AAA batteries, which you'll have to buy again yourself. But for the most part, the feel of the controller is very comparable to the PlayStation 1. The buttons are about the same, the tactileness of them is the same. There's just one downside, and that is the analog stick has a noticeably high dead zone, and it's created problems for me when I'm playing my Gran Turismo game. Now, in a different video, I'm going to show you how to update this controller to actually work much better in analog mode, but it's beyond the scope of most people out there. You have to pull it apart and solder a new analog stick on, and you probably don't want to do that. So for the price, this is an excellent option, and if you're not playing games that are analog stick dependent, this is probably the way that you want to go. 20 bucks for 2 controllers, you can't beat that. But what if you have a PlayStation 4 controller and you really like it? Or what if you have the PXN controller for your Switch that we reviewed in a different video? What if you have a PlayStation 5 controller and it's working really, really well for you and you just want to keep the same form factor? Well, you know, we got a solution for that too. And finally, but definitely not last, what if you have an Xbox Elite Series 2 controller with your custom thumbstick mods and your custom back paddles that you already saw us review in a different video, and you love that controller, you just want to use it on every console that you can, including your PlayStation 1. Then I have great news for you, because a company by the name of Blue Retro has created this, which is a, what is it? It's a wireless controller adapter for PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. Now this is designed, and it says according to the back, it says, suitable for PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 consoles. This device is a wireless controller adapter for PS1 and PS2 consoles, which is compatible with the best-selling Bluetooth controllers on the market. Now they specifically say PS3, PS4, PS5, Xbox One S, Wii, Switch, 8-bit DOE, and Xbox Series XS controllers, and probably a lot of other Bluetooth controllers. So what is inside the box? I'm glad you asked. If we open this guy up, we can go like this. And that's what's inside. And we got a manual. This is a full color manual. And just looking at it, it actually tells you how to use it. But look at that, it even shows you how to pair each kind of controller, how to put it into pair mode, which is excellent. PS4 and PS5 controllers. Here's if you're pairing with a Wii or a Wii U Pro controller. Nice. Switch Pro and Joy-Cons. You can actually sync your Joy-Cons to this. That's cool. Even the PlayStation 3 controller will work with this. This is actually pretty good, because if you can get your hands on a legit PlayStation 3 controller, that would be pretty much the same experience as this, just with a wireless controller. That's actually really, really good. It supports firmware update, button mapping reference. This looks top notch. Now, you're probably asking, actually no, you're not asking anything, because I haven't even shown this to you yet. There's a USB, a micro USB cord, and there's the module itself. Now the module is not much bigger than the wireless module that came with my Amazon Special wireless controller, but it does so much more. It's got these lights on the top that has, there's buttons here for reset and for pairing, and there's some status lights to tell you how it's synced up. The next thing we gotta do is just try it out and see what kind of dead zones we've got and how the pairing is with that. So before I hook it up to the PlayStation and actually try it in real life, I do want to see how the controller feedback works when I pump it through a controller tester on my computer. So I'm going to get set up to test that first. And to do that, we're going to use this guy. This is just a USB with a multi-tap PlayStation output adapter. So all we're gonna do is connect this up to the port, just like that, and then I can plug this into my USB, and hopefully it will work. It looks like it's worked. It's looking for a controller. So what we're gonna do is tap pair, then we're gonna turn this on, and then hold the pair button. So my analog sticks aren't working on here. So it's connected, the controller's paired. You can see I can push the buttons and it registers all my button pushes. But this is working. So my analog stick's working now. So you can see it's actually very responsive. So here you can see we're looking at the axis 0. If I move it just a little bit, it registers that little bit. Up to 1, and then same with going the other way, and same with up, and same with down, and then these guys are the same. Axis 5 is moving, and then axis 2 is moving. Perfect. Okay, so this is synced up with it. It looks actually quite responsive, which is good. I wanted to make sure that it was mapping correctly. And even my back paddles are working. You can see if I push those, you can see them trigger. There we go. So 100% mapped Xbox Elite Series 2 to my blue retro adapter. Now it is time to connect up my PlayStation, boot up Gran Turismo, and just try and do a run around the track and see how it works. So obviously the first thing we gotta do is hook up the PlayStation 1 to our video capture, so we're gonna get that done right away. We are using this. It is a Hyperkin PlayStation 1 to HDMI adapter. We're gonna feed it through my Flint 4KP Plus capture card, as long as I can figure out which one it's actually supposed to connect into. Okay, that is in. We've got our copy of Gran Turismo 2 already in there. We're gonna plug in our blue retro adapter, like that, and we're gonna power that on. Now, I know many of you are not hooking up your PlayStation to your computer, but an HDMI adapter is an HDMI adapter. So if you're hooking it up to your TV or your projector or whatever, it will connect up exactly the same way, obviously without the video capture card. But we're just looking to see if this thing connects automatically or if I've got to pair it again. The controller is paired. We went through the pairing process, which is going to be different depending on the controller you're using. We can now use our D-pad. We're going to start game. Now, I have been trying to just blast through this game, go through all of the levels. I have a bunch of cars and I've just been doing certain parts of the game, really, just trying to work my way through. So let's go to the racetrack and see what game. I was doing special events, so we'll just go to a special event. And I think I was in the all-wheel drive. Oh no, I was in the luxury sedan cup. Okay, we're gonna enter the tuned turbo car cup. It's unlimited class, so me with my 600 horsepower. And I run the automatic transmission because I'm not that much of a realism junkie. So we're gonna try this out. And here we go. Okay, so right off the bat, I can tell you that I have minute car adjustment ability. I don't know why I picked a track that's so... Right off the bat, I can tell you this experience is so much better. So much better. Now, some of you keen observers have noticed that I'm using the X and the cross and the square. That's because I never was a fan of the trigger buttons. Now, those of you who are still watching the racing driving, you're probably saying to yourself, wow, your driving lines are terrible, and who taught you how to drive, and how can you call yourself a gears and tech when you don't even know how to drive a race car properly at all? And to those people I say, it's just a game, man. It's just a game. In fact, I like bouncing off the walls. It's a little bit easier. This game's not, I mean, it was realistic for the time, but those cars are right on my butt. I thought I was doing like awesome. I thought I was killing it here. Turns out I'm not. They're far enough away. There it is. So really surprised actually how good this pairs up with the controller and how nice it feels playing the game. Very responsive in a game like Gran Turismo where you need precision analog adjustment. This gives me exactly what I was looking for. I'm very excited about this. Now let's get back and I'll get you my end thoughts on this product. So you've just seen how well the wireless adapter works with an Xbox Elite Series 2. It would work equally as well with all of the controllers here. Keep in mind, this controller is the cheapest option, which has some drawbacks just with the dead zone on the stick. If you have a game like Gran Turismo 2, what I'm playing, and really need a good analog stick to play with, something like this is what you're looking for. It is not cheap. You can get one on Amazon for about $33 US. This controller here is going to cost you about $15 for a 2-pack of controllers. So that's why, you know, you have to already have the controller to pair to this module. So it's a little bit expensive, but when you consider the fact that you can use a current gen console controller with your old gen system, this might be the solution you're looking for. If it is, I will put links in the description. You can check it out on there. If you like anything else that you saw here, I'll put links to all of that, especially this PXN controller, which has been phenomenal. And if you're wondering how the heck did you hook up your PlayStation 1 with HDMI to your monitors, I show you in a different video, but I will put links in the description to all of the accessories that I use for that as well. More retro console gaming stuff coming up in the future videos and in videos that have already come out. So check our back library for those. You are gonna love all of the retro stuff that this channel has. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.